Virgin Galactic. It's a kind of important video, this one, because we're about to hit the target I said was the bottom and the short position when I see institutions getting in and a short squeeze coming in, and anything under $2 now, we are undervalued. It's whether you believe the stock is going to zero or it's going to go up in the future. This is probably the most critical, well, it is the most critical time we've ever had. In this video, we're going to answer your questions live for you. We've also got Sensei on the phone with a good chart analysis to give to you. I'm going to tell you what my position is, what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, when I'm selling it, how I'm managing my risk, and where I see it going over this next 10 minutes. Okay, so first thing I'd love you to do, and when I asked last time, this was a major success. I'm losing money with you. I'm with you all the way. I know what it feels like. I'm down 30 grand on Virgin Galactic, but I'm going nowhere. Smash the like button and so just show some love. I appreciate it. It shares the video out to more people, and I really appreciate you supporting me as I go live every day to give you the information. All right, this is Virgin Galactic. Now, a few moments ago, earlier on, I did tell you that I had bought some more. I'm going to share with you my post on X right now before I bring Sensei in. Here is the post. I said I was buying more before I bought it, so you knew I was about to do it. 35% of you said yes, you've bought more. 40% said no, not yet, and 23% said not in the stock. Okay, if you want to vote on that poll and leave me your thoughts and share it, click above my head here, and that will take you to that poll. Okay, so let me share with you my position and what I'm doing before I bring Sensei in and discuss from his point of view and shares the charts with you. You can see we're down to 184 now, so we're getting close to that 150. We haven't had dilution yet. It's not completed. People are often asking, how do you know? Because we've not had SEC filings. We know there isn't mass dilution happened yet. We know that. So we're 100% certain of that. This value, anything under $2, it's value. I've got two parts to my portfolio. I'm aiming to be at 4,000 shares within the next 10 days, something like that. I'm currently at about 2,000 shares right now across the two accounts. Here is my 1,615 shares, and I am down, you can see, 41% on my brokerage account. On my Roth IRA, I've just bought about an hour ago, just a small amount so far. I say small amount. To some people it's a lot, to others it's absolutely nothing, so it's relative. 251. Now, this position here is purely as insurance to constantly make some money even if the stock goes down. Okay, at 150 or 160, I'm going to buy a heck of a lot more and maybe take it up to 4,000 straight away if that happens. I've got funds to do it. I've got other things that are providing me with the money to do that. And I have every intention of taking a 10, 15, 20% profit. No more, hardly any less to get out of it. Just the Roth position. Just the Roth position, and I anticipate on this amount of shares at the moment to make about $100. If we get a few more shares round about the 160, I could make, and I could get up to 4,000. Maybe I could make $500, maybe more than that actually. But anyway, that's what I intend to do. Now, the reason why I want to sell that guarantees me some profit, right? So for my work investing, I make some money on my Roth. Remember. So it doesn't matter about capital gains tax. There's no tax to pay. It's tax-free. I will sell it. Now, that's not because I don't think it's going to go up in the future or $100 in the future. It doesn't matter. I'm doing it just to give myself between $100, $200, and maybe $1,000 profit here, depending on how many shares I get if it does reach that 150. And I will take that profit. However, on my main brokerage account, I'll also be adding over there as well, but I won't be selling this. One, I pay tax on it, and this is the position that I want to grow. Now, should the worst happen and Virgin Galactic go to zero, and I lose at the moment $3,000, I'm already down 2, so technically I've lost 5 if it went to zero. If I can keep making a few $100 here and a few $100 there, or $1,000 here, $1,000 there, then really I've not lost any money. I'm just playing with the bank's money, if you like, if you want to put it that way. But I'm still bullish on it, and I've got good reason to believe that the short squeeze will come around about 150. Institutions will start getting in. We'll then go up to 5 or 6. We'll then get dilution completed, back down to 4, and then we're in business. The Delta fleet is assured. The company have got another 2.5 years of burn rate. Then we're off. Then we're making more profit, and we're good to go. And so that's my strategy. Now, in addition to all of this, I know that you want to hear from Sensei as well. So I've got Sensei on the phone, and he's provided me with a chart. So I'm going to share that with you now. So we go over to Sensei. If we've got any questions, leave them on the screen and I will answer them at the end of this video. Sensei, it's over to you. We're looking at a chart here. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is the chart. Basically, this chart is what I've been showing everyone who, if you ever tuned into the live videos or any of the videos on Martyn's channel, you've probably seen this chart, and you've probably heard me say in the past, the key level was 411. I told you guys, this is a stock that if it's under 411, we don't want to be in. We are bearish on the stock. And finally, we've reached a level which I'm happy to start buying for long term again. Martyn has left me with 3 minutes to do this, so if you guys could just hit the like button, just because I'm here, and if you're still watching, just please hit that like button. It really helps.
If you go over a minute or two, I don't mind. It's you, Sensei. You don't worry. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. I'll get all the information out. It's very simple at this point, because we're under that $2 mark. As Martyn said, this is undervalued, and the reason I'm saying it's undervalued, and me and Martyn have had these conversations, and this is how we're strategizing how we're doing this, is because there's SPCE is holding around 1.14 billion in assets, and they've got 416 million in debt. So quite simply, they've got around 724 million. It should be their market cap at value. We are now at 677 million, so we are technically undervalued, and this is where we want to be buying the stock. At $4 it was overvalued, and now we're finally undervalued. So anywhere between that $2 and $1, it's now is the time to be DCAing into this company. If you believe in the space industry, if you think no other company is doing what SPCE is doing, because no other company really is, this is the time to be buying for your long-term bag. However, if we start going under $1, it's a completely different situation. It probably will go bankrupt, and then we have to start talking about trading the stock, and that's why we're going to be here Martyn's here every day. So if you ever see any market price action with SPCE and you're fearful, or you, even if you're getting greedy, that's the more important part. If you see SPCE go up 100% in a day, you might start feeling greedy and want to add more. Tune into the show. Martyn's going to be live. Talk to the other investors here. Just come on the show, and then we're all going to be here doing it together. So it's important to see if the market's coming down. We're going to be here. This is the point of the channel, is to engage with all you retail investors to make sure you're getting all the information you can. So right now, the stock's coming down. People are getting fearful. This is the time I like to buy. When people are fearful is the time to get in. When everyone was very hyped and greedy when we were going to $6, that's when we were selling. So you really need to understand this. So don't let your emotions play into this. Just know, if you see everyone being fearful, that's the time to get in. If you're starting to get greedy, or if you see other people getting greedy, it's time to sell. And right now, I don't think we're at the point where everyone is fearful. Maybe at 150, if we get another 10-20% drop, that might be the time where everyone gets fearful. But right now, I think it's an undervalued stock. It technically is undervalued, and this is the time I'd like to start getting the position in for my long term. And also, if we start getting to 150, we can start trading it as well. If it pops 50%, short squeezes are more likely. $1, there could be a massive short squeeze, but we're not too far from those levels, so I don't mind start nibbling at it now. I wasn't nibbling when I was at $4, not at $6, but now under $2, I'm finally happy to start buying the stock. That's my thoughts.
Thank you, Sensei. Stay on the line with me. Chris Pickering, any idea of the bottom of the bottom price? Well, like we've said, I'll let Sensei answer as well. If we go under $1, things change, and you're looking at a way to really manage your risk and how to get out and protect yourself, and monitoring the news. Are we going bankrupt? Because of course, if we're going bankrupt, it wouldn't happen overnight. Virgin Galactic have money. The only way you go bankrupt is when you owe money, you can't pay, and you've run out of options. Okay, they've got cash. Business as usual. We're flying every month. We're still selling tickets. Everything's fine. This is what happens. We're a new innovative business. This is what happened with Tesla. This is what happened with Amazon. This is what happened with Apple. We've all been here, new businesses, right? So if we go under $1, things get a little bit more hairy. But for me, and I've always said, the 150 is the point when institutions will start jumping in because we're massively undervalued at that point. That's a good time. And that's when the short squeeze will kick in. Sensei, what's your bottom price for Chris?
I think the bottom price is $1, but as you said, 150 has been the level. 150, how many months have we been telling everyone 150? I mean, we were called crazy, you were called crazy. 150, I mean, we're at $4 and people were saying no chance we're going to 150, and look where we are now. So you're not going to be getting this information from anyone else. I don't think anyone's made predictions like this that have come true, and we're just trying to keep it real for you guys. There's no other channel that really does this, so just tune in, subscribe, hit the like button. I mean, 150, like who would have imagined? And now we're here, and literally no one else was telling you that. So we're here to tell you the truth.
Martyn 1988, he's got 22,000 shares now, of an average of 530 average. Martyn is staying in, and there's his 22,000 shares. Ahmad says, have Virgin Galactic revealed the names of the astronauts that will fly next? I believe so. I think we had them this morning. I haven't got them to hand, but I will get them and post them on my X account. So if you go and follow me on X, I will share that. Zach Zate's one of our big Virgin Galactic investors. He says, wow, oh my God, new low. I'm running to the bank. Buckaroony says, I purchased another 600, making my total to 3,700 average. Looks good at 209. Okay, I'll see if we've got any more comments. We've just had a late question come in for Virgin Galactic from one of our gold members, Jose Quintana. If space keeps dipping and the Fed rates go up, do you think space could see 50 cents? The short answer for that would have to be yes. Let me explain why I believe that. We are now pricing in, and more people are expecting, as I was already. It took a while for everyone to catch up with me, but I said I think we should pause. We should have paused on the last FOMC report. We could have kept the rates where they are. It's the same result, but if we'd paused, we would have put much more positivity into the markets, and I don't think Virgin Galactic would be down here, quite honestly. However, I'm glad they are, because now I've been able to buy lower. If we get a pause, which overwhelming majority of people now think we will get a pause, that is a good sign. It's still very, very high interest rates for Virgin Galactic. They could do without it. It's not what they want. However, if we get a pause, it means the sentiment is more likely will remain at this level, and then ultimately we're going down. It's like when I always like to put it like this. When it rains, what comes next? The sunshine. We've had the threat of rain. Then it rains, which would be a pause. We know then the sunshine comes next. It's just inevitable, right? However, if we get a rate hike, then we turn into a thunderstorm and we get tornadoes and everything goes flying all over the place. We don't want that. If we get a skip, we don't want that either, because the skip says we don't know what we're doing. We don't know whether we're going to go up next month. We don't know. Uncertainty, the market doesn't like it. What we want is a pause. Absolutely, 100%, we want a pause. If we get a pause, Virgin Galactic is going up. No question about it, in my opinion. That's why I'm buying more. That makes sense to me. If we get a rate hike or a skip, then potentially yes. Because that would put even more pressure, which we don't need right now. And more importantly than the rate hike is, if it's a rate hike, we don't know what comes next. Another rate hike? We don't know. A pause tells us where we are. It gives us some stability. It means we have reached where we need to reach. We can hold it for a while, but ultimately the sun will shine next. That's what I am investing on. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. So there we go. That's an answer to Jose Quintana, who asked that question. There we go. I hope that made sense. Sid says, engage the like button, make it so. Very, very nice indeed. Well, we are running out of time. That's just a bit of information there from Sensei and myself for Virgin Galactic this afternoon. I will keep you posted on my X account. If I'm buying more, selling, I will tell you. I always share my trades with everyone. Click above my head, and if you need to chill out and you need to relax, click over here. I always like to put some of my music at the end. Over the weekend, we had a couple of very sad occasions. We did lose a star from daytime television here in the United States, Billy Miller. And if you want to go and check that video out, I'll put it over here for you. I did a tribute to him, and also some other music as well. Tom Jones, did you know, has recently been banned, or at least Delilah is banned from rugby matches. Go and check out my Tom Jones rendition of Thunderball from James Bond 007. Make sure, like Sensei said, you click about, you support the channel, help us out. We're in it with you. We're live up to 10 hours a day. Virgin Galactic, there's our position. That's the position from Sensei. That's our position. What do you think? Are you staying in the stock? Are you still with us? Or are you out? Go and vote on our poll. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of your money, yourselves, your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other.